Hey all, so today is the second day of cycling from Manali to Umling La Top, where we camped last night. This place is known as Dhundi Valley, and this is the construction site of some local contractor. Under the shed, we pitched our tent and sleep. And let me tell you, it was raining all night. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, the rain had stopped, weather was clear, and there were very few vehicles on the road. Do you know the best part? Lucky we are that we have got the access to the washroom with water. What a luxury. Because I have been to Leh Ladakh many times and this is not the route which I'm doing for the first time. So I was confused how will I narrate this story to all of you. So what I have thought that I will make it an informative video. So when I was planning this trip and I was searching on internet, I could not find the details about the route. There was not even a single video which could give me the brief idea how tough the terrain is, where to stay, what to eat and mobile network available in that area or not. So I have decided that I will be making this series providing you all the required information to complete this journey between Manali to Umling La Top. Because this is a new kind of a route, so most of the time on Google Map you cannot find the information, and the information which is available in different videos and different sources on internet is not reliable. So this series will be like a Bible which can provide you the full information about the route, the difficulty level, network availability, accommodation and food availability on this route. So now onwards, look at this video as a full-fledged guide for all of you. So that whenever somebody is planning to visit Umling La Top starting from Manali or Leh for example, so they can definitely refer to it. Now the weather was clear and it was not raining, but there were the clouds on the mountain peaks. Behind the cloud I could see some mountain peaks covered with the snow. Overall the views were beautiful, but the climb to the Atal Tunnel was not at all easy. My bicycle is having 1/10 gear set, where my companion Tushar's bicycle has 2/10 gear set. That is why you see him pedaling fast and climbing the mountains very easily. But in comparison with him, I have to put lots of efforts while climbing. And you can imagine my condition of riding the bicycle on this kind of a route with such a bad combination of the gear set. Yesterday, I came to know that 1/10 gear set I have, which is not suitable for this kind of a climb, and I can feel it, man. My back is paining. I think I've injured somewhere, and after each 50 meter or so I have to stop. It's not because I want to see the views, it's because I cannot pedal anymore after that. How am I going to cover it? It's a bullshit bicycle I've taken. Such a bad combination they have made in DS3, I'm telling you. When you start from Dhundi, the distance is 4 kilometers, which is covered through 4 or 5 different loops till the Atal Tunnel. Atal Tunnel 4 kilometers, it's not 2.5 as told yesterday. Let me show you the next target. That is where we have to reach, that wall. See? Let me tell you, covering this 1 kilometer was not at all easy. It's so difficult to climb, it kills. But the views, they compensate it well. Look at how beautiful this view is. This is before the Atal Tunnel. I felt out of energy very soon. I thought to add some glucose into the water bottle so that I can gain some energy. What do you say about this beauty of Manali, which is in front of you? And also, what do you have to say about this climb on these kind of loops? On the third loop, you will find a little bit of a plain, but the loop number 4, that is going to test your stamina and the willpower. Now it was 8 o'clock, we have not had anything since morning, so we thought to have something in breakfast. On the 4th loop itself, there are few stalls on the left hand side of the road. There you can have Maggi, omelette, paratha, etc. So both of us, we decided to have one omelette each. I paid 70 rupees for that omelette, and these kind of a beautiful views were free. From this stall, after a ride of almost 40 minutes, you will arrive at the entry gate of Atal Tunnel. The moment I arrived, that policeman said it's not allowed to take your bicycle inside, so better you wait and stop there on the entry gate. This is the bicycle. So I've stopped here now. They will arrange a pickup. So waiting for the lift right now. There are lots of people who come here and they click the picture and make the memories here in front of Atal Tunnel. And you know the worst part? There was not even a single pickup which was passing by. 10:30 is the time and we are still sitting here. Bicycles are standing behind me. They are asking us to wait for more time. Carrying a cylinder inside even a car, it's not allowed. After a wait at 11 o'clock, the police staff was able to stop a vehicle and made our bicycle load on that. And this is how, after lots of patience and waiting for a long time, we could finally cross the Atal Tunnel. Thank you, Ji. 3 hours, man. What a waiting time. Longest wait ever. साइकिल है, हमने बस पटक दी अंदर किसी तरह से. See how I'm sitting here on my knees. And let me tell you, it was such a pleasant feeling to overcome such a big challenge. It takes around 15 minutes to cross the tunnel on a vehicle. Finally, huh? 3 घंटे वेट करके 11 बजे निकले, 8 बजे के आए हुए. I was having fun. Enjoy that. Anyway. किताब कौन सी पढ़ रहे थे तुम बैठ कर? I don't remember the name. I recently bought it. Okay. तुमने तो बढ़िया टाइम यूटिलाइज किया. मैं तो मर गया इंतजार करके. हर गाड़ी को देख रहा था. ये जा सकती है, ये जा सकती है. At 11:15, we could manage to reach to other side. This place is known as Sisu, Sissu. And you know what? The moment you cross the Atal Tunnel, you will reach into a different kind of a land. Different mountains, different kind of a sky, different river, different views. Nothing will be similar to where you were 15 minutes ago. Thank you, भाई जी. क्या नाम है जी आपका? पप्पू भाई. याद रखेंगे आपको. आपका क्या नाम है भाई? मक्खन. पप्पू. कहाँ से आप लोग? चंबा से. चंबा से हैं. अरे वाह, धन्यवाद आपको. आपने इतनी हेल्प कर दी. 3 घंटे बाद मिले आप. आ ही नहीं रहा था कोई. थैंक यू. अच्छा जी, थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू. Bye bye. Because of the Atal Tunnel, this new area has been developed a lot. Sisu is 4 kilometers only from this place. So we were on another side of this mountain earlier. This is a straight tunnel, straight road. Manali is 33 kilometers from here if you look at that signboard. Sisu is 1 kilometer, come already 3. The road is a mix of up and down, mostly down. And few places you have to climb up for the next down. I have put in a milestone, Sisu 0 kilometer. Waiting for Tushar, he's left behind somewhere. So Sisu tourist village is little ahead. So we'll go there and eat something. I was surprised to see what kind of a crop they are cultivating in these farms here in Sisu. And luckily soon I got an answer. ये कौन सा है? ये क्या चीज़ है? ये महारानी. महारानी क्या होता है? गोभी, फूल गोभी. हाँ, फूल गोभी है ना. खेत में अभी इसको लगा रहे हैं. ये पीछे खेत में लग रहा है. ओके, समझ गया मैं. ब्रोकली, आलू, मटर, ये भी लगेगा. एक ही फसल होती है ना एक साल में. ये सीजन है. Good, yeah. बहुत बढ़िया. Here in Sisu, there is a very popular waterfall which is known as Sisu waterfall, which you can see on the screen. It also has a lake. They also conduct different kind of activities here. In Sisu, you will find the network of Airtel and Jio both. Let me tell you that till this place, mobile network connectivity will not be a problem. Dhundi is next destination, which is 24 kilometers. So here, whenever you come, go to this place. There you will have more eating options. Exactly. I suggest you to stay at Sisu tourist village where many stay and food options are available. So when I was waiting for Tushar to join me, I thought to make some food for me while standing the roadside and waiting for him. उधर पता किया जहाँ मैं पिछली बार खा के गया था 50 का था, अभी 70 रुपए बोल रहा है पराठे का रेट. So I'm saying कि इसको एक बार चेक कर लो क्या अच्छा मिल रहा है. ये थोड़ा सस्ता हो सकता है. ठीक है, मैं ये तैयार करके आया सत्तू अपने लिए. So let me tell you about the prices. Here you will find everything costly. This will be your first price shock which you will get on this cycling trip. But trust me, more you move closer to Leh or Umling La, the prices will increase more. Here the price of a veg thali is 120 rupee, but later on the same journey you will have to pay up to 150 or 180 rupee also. While sitting there, I had a paratha because it was the most economical one and I paid 60 rupee for that. And Tushar had a thali of rajma and chawal. What I found that Sisu is a peaceful city, and I don't know, but it has a different kind of attraction. You will see the buildings constructed in the shape of a matchbox. I mean in the square shape or rectangular shapes, which are further surrounded by the green mountains and the trees. And I don't know why it is always cloudy here. Now let me tell you the route conditions between Sisu and Dhundi. Dhundi is going to be our next destination. On the way to Dhundi, first 12 kilometer is a mix of up and down. Then it is a complete down of 11 kilometers. There is something which really made me surprised. What I saw, a prayer wheel, they call it Mane wheel, and it was operated using the wind power. I also saw a temple, many restaurants which were having the prayer flags in front of them. This is the sowing season which is going on, and people use different methods of irrigating the fields. And let me tell you about a very funny thing which I noticed. When I see our small bicycles with such a huge mountains and such a landscape, this thing makes me feel really very surprised how we climb or travel so much using pedal by pedal. We have covered 3 kilometers. Tandi is 20 kilometers from here. The CCTV camera which is installed here runs on solar energy. This is the climb which you will face between Tandi and Sisu. See? Because these days the snow is melting onto the mountain peaks, that is why the water is flowing from top to the Chinab River. Yes, the river which is flowing on our left, this is Chinab River, or you can also call it Chandra River. I really wanted to travel light on this cycling trip because I knew that I have to climb a high altitude through a bicycle, but I had to carry a tent, 2 sleeping bags, 1 mattress, and that's because my friend Tushar, he wanted to experience the camping for the first time in his life. And because all of this, my cycle became super heavy. This is when I thought to recall my days when I was walking on this same route. I was doing this trip by walk. I was sitting here, had a cup of tea with this shopkeeper. I'm thinking to relive that time, so taken a halt. Till that time Tushar will also join me. When I was standing there and waiting for my cup of tea, I saw Tushar. He was looking so tiny, like an ant, with such a huge mountains into the backdrops. What do you say about it? Can you see him? He's there, near the tree. तब रुके तब मिल के गया था आपको। इस बार साइकिल से आया। रोजी पुरानी यादें ताज़ा कर रहे हैं। एक और भाई आ रहा है अभी। 20 रुपए बना था? तो कोई बात नहीं, इसका क्या है? नहीं दादा, पुरानी यादें तो तब ताज़ा होंगी ना, तो पेमेंट भी करेंगे। ये लो आप। बहुत बढ़िया जी, थैंक यू जी। I don't know, but it is really very pleasant to meet the people from the previous journey and recalling the old days, and it makes super nice when they recognize you and value you. It's like you're spreading the smiles and happiness together. When I was standing there and having that cup of tea, suddenly the weather changed and the rain started. As guided by the same tea shop owner, little ahead there was a tin shed. We took the shelter inside, and there we met a group of travelers from Punjab. घर वाली ने खुद बनाया, सब सामान लेकर बनाया है। क्या बात है? खानी है? इसको खिलाओ। आजा। From पंजाब। लड़की वहाँ से। अब तो आ गए वहाँ। सही है। पंजाब से? पंजाब से। We kept sitting there and had a chill time while waiting for the rain to stop. Let me tell you, this group, they were having a good time. They were enjoying booze and having the Maggie at the same time in this kind of a weather. वो फेंक के नहीं जा रही। अच्छा। हमें ये नहीं पता आगे हम आगे घूमने के लिए गया, हम तो बस गाड़ी चला के घूम रहे हैं, हमें नहीं पता आगे क्या है, हमें कुछ नहीं पता, गाड़ी है, रास्ता है, चारे बंदे अपने आप एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। बस जितने जी इतने रुके मैगी बदी लगी, हाँ बदी लगा, पहले ही उत्ते रुके, वो कहने शमशान घाट है, नहीं तो उत्ते शमशान घाट चलाने लगे पट्टी। It was 3 o'clock when the rain stopped. This is when we resumed our journey, saying goodbye to this wonderful group. There I saw a group of farmers. They were sowing the crop into the farm. This kind of a landscape and this kind of a views, they are really heart-throbbing. Having the black and white color clouds in the sky with these snow-capped mountains, and this kind of a small group of farmers, they are working into the field. So till now we have covered a distance of 7 kilometers. Out of this 23 kilometers, first 12 kilometers is a climb which we are doing right now, and after 12 kilometers there is a 11 kilometer long downhill. Looking at this milestone of 15 kilometers to Tandi and that view in the background, you can imagine how you have to climb. So those are the houses which are on the top of that hill. This is where you have to climb. So this will be the most difficult part of the route. So whenever you are coming, Tandi 15 kilometers, and that is the climb which you have to make. So remember it. So when I was standing there and I was a little worried about the climb which I could see at a distance, I never thought that I will meet somebody. See man, where I found this champ, Himalayan roads of India. We had no plan, and see, we planned hundreds of times to meet, but we could never. And now suddenly here on the road this way. Hello.
अमीर से मिलना हुआ यार.
आ जाओ, रिकॉर्डिंग बाद में कर लेना.
जिनसे 10-12 साल से बात हो रही है साइकिलिंग बीच भाई से, तो देखिए मिले कहाँ हैं, कौन सी लोकेशन पर.
Don't tell me, speechless. वैसे मैं भी हूँ. I'm shocked to see you. His name is Harpal. He is from Punjab and he is a very old subscriber of mine. Though we keep talking on the phone, but from last many months because I was busy in traveling, we have not spoken to each other. And see, suddenly for the very first time we are meeting face to face in person. So we have made hundreds of times to meet, but the destiny, it has its own plan, and because of this destiny itself we are meeting here on this road on this cycling trip, and it is all happening without a plan. It was a very heartwarming meeting with him, so we decided that in the evening we will meet and we will camp together. This place is Khangsar, almost near to 13-kilometer milestone to Tandi. Khangsar is the place where from the downhill will start because that is on the peak. So time was 4:30 p.m. and I was standing on a series of the loops waiting for Tushar to come and join me. And this is when I came to know about an issue into the front tire. The problem was the tire pressure into the front tire was getting low itself, and that could be due to that puncture leak which we fixed this morning. So we thought to check the puncture. First ever puncture of your life?
Yeah.
You are learning a lot these days?
Yeah, a lot.
The puncture which we were fixing was not working at all. So let me tell you what stupidity I did. So there was a Allen key. I don't know where I had kept. I'm not able to find it. That's so sad. We could have changed the tube, but now we have to fix the puncture.
Shit, always.
Only the shit is happening on this trip. This is when Harpal bhai came like a rescuer. He gave us the Allen key so that we can open the front wheel and change the tube. Changing the tube fixed our bikes. Harpal Singh. Lots of thanks to him. Credit goes to him. This all took almost 1 hour. It was 5:30 p.m. Now we thought to call it a day. So following Harpal, we arrived to the campsite where we will stay that night with them. This campsite was deep down there near the Chinab River. While standing on the highway, you cannot even imagine that there is a campsite down there. Where we are going, down, 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 down. My God. That's very strange. Harpal was in his car in front of us and we both were following him. So when we were going down, in the back of the mind, we were really concerned about how are we going to climb next morning. How much down we have to go, man? Tomorrow morning, क्या होने वाला है हमारे साथ? Can you imagine this? We knew that it is going to be very, very painful, but we could not do much because the setup was already made down there. So instead of thinking about the pain of tomorrow, we thought to focus on the enjoyment of the present because these moments, they are not going to come back. See, he's looking so small cycling on this road. Isn't it great? Can you see Tushar? He is standing there on that turn. He's looking so tiny, but from this you can imagine how deep or down we are going. So it was exactly 4 kilometers of the distance which we covered to reach to the level of the river. Harpal bhai was stopping at many points. He was taking different kind of a picture and the videos from different angles, and it was really very kind of him for doing so. After a downhill ride of few minutes, we reached to the campsite. The first thing which I came to know is about that this kind of a setup over a car, they call it glamping, which is made with two different words. Glamour and camping becomes glamping. And this is such an amazing and nice experience to be the part of this group. I really loved it.
3 coffee पियेंगे आप?
See, look at the kitchen setup, and this is the kitchen table which is foldable, and how beautiful it is made. And you can connect it with the butane cylinder plus this cylinder also. Excellent, sir. I'm very happy to see it.
Thank you. ये सब अपने आप innovation, renovation, motivation है, modification है.
Oh, absolutely.
All these fiberglass poles, my own made. Telescopic.
You mean you purchased the material and then you made it yourself?
Different pipes.
Yeah, and then
them
you
out,
yes,
and put these plumbing के लिए ये होता है clips.
Yeah.
I put those clips. So I use these pipes. एक पता कि ये पाइप है, एक
ये बहुत solid है.
ये fiberglass.
It's like a metal.
It is like metal.
That thick.
Yes. You can't break it.
Yeah, of course.
You try aluminium bend हो जाएगा ये कुछ नहीं होगा.
ये कुछ नहीं होगा. बहुत बढ़िया है sir. Very happy to see your setup. So he is carrying a tent and also can sleep inside the car. ये तो मेरी साइकिल पे भी लग जाएगी
कहीं भी
क्योंकि
लगी
मेटल है।
मेटल नहीं मैग्नेट्स लगाए पीछे।
अच्छा आपने खुद मैग्नेट लगा दिया। Loved it. I'm learning a lot of things. What is this? Another setup? यार सारे बर्तन रखे हैं तुमने हरपाल, पूरा फायदा उठा रहे हो गाड़ी का।
अभी
फर्स्ट टाइम
मस्त कर रहे हो भाई। आप बताते रहो क्या क्या करना है।
कैंपिंग की लाइट्स अलग जलेंगी।
वाह क्या बात है जी। The kitchen responsibility was taken care by Harpal bhai. Look at this man. He is working so hard to cook for us. Holding a torchlight on his shoulder and then cooking like this. Harpal bhai, thank you bhai. You are so nice and kind man. And he made such a amazing Maggie which I have never had in my whole life. Oh my god. इतनी अच्छी बनाई है ना आपने यार, जन्नत है ये। It's so tasty man. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wow, wonderful.
एक्सीलेंट यार। ये क्या किया तुमने, जादू किया क्या कुछ? ये तो आटा नूडल था, इतना टेस्ट कैसे हो सकता है इसमें?
कुदरत की कृपा है।
अच्छा तो मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं बनाती।
सच्ची। Though it was not very cold, but still we managed to collect some wood from the nearby place so that we can have a feel of bonfire that night. That night we were sitting around the bonfire. We were having the Maggie under the million stars, and we were enjoying the music on the music system. And yes, we were singing all together. So that is our campsite. Look how it is looking from a distance. So this is how the second day of our ride came to end, with some hiccups in between. But finally we are having a memorable end of the day. Today's expenses are rupees 80 for the omelette, rupees 60 for the paratha. So it's a total of 140 rupees. So if you are looking forward to get more information about this route from Manali to Umling La, then subscribe to the channel World Wonder Cycling on a Budget and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of my videos first. Yesterday was our first day. We started from Chandigarh and I have shared the information how to bring your bicycle in the bus from Chandigarh or Delhi to Manali. I also shared the information about different charges. So that is a very informative kind of episode. I am giving you the link of that video here. After this video, please go and watch, and those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. Please say them thank you on my behalf. You can see the full series here down there. That's all for now. We will meet soon with the story of a new day in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself and keep smiling. Bye bye.